the delusion that I attained through that just white hot start.
And how did you get out of that?
I had to fall on my face.
Yeah, you're the lowest of lows.
I mean, you're talking about rock bottom.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, hold on. I think there's something down there. And I would crack that rock open.
Liquid magma of the earth.
I was in it. Dude, I cannot wait to teach a course for up-and-coming comics. And it's just the first 40 minutes is a bummer. And people start going, please tell me it turned around. I don't know who you are. I need to know you found a steady income at some point.
Lift off. The clock has started.
Hey, patrons. Welcome to the Patreon pod. Before we get into the feet pictures, I just want to thank you again.
This is a regular episode.
This isn't patron?
No, don't do the feet pictures. This is just for our regular fans.
Okay. Hey, Hesbos. Welcome to this week's episode that we will have to kind of improvise a bit on.
Yeah.
Because none of these notes.
But we can't do any of the good stuff we were going to improvise.
I understand.
That's all for Patreon.
I got it.
Okay.
Yeah. So this will just be the garbage.
Yeah.
Come see me in Denver, October 14th. I'll be at the Bug Theater. You can catch Zack and I at the Comedy Store all the time.
Every Monday for sure.
Every Monday for sure, as well as other days. HesbyStreetPod.com.
I'll be at the Aviator Nation in Venice the 15th, this Friday.
Oh, nice.
And then I'll be at the 49ers game on Sunday.
Cool. Come to the 49ers game.
Fourth Horseman in Long Beach on the 28th. And then October 6th, I'll be at Three Steves Winery.
September 29th, I'll be in Bishop, California.
Dude.
So if you want to come to the backwoods, we can go on a hike the next day. We can kiss if you want.
If all the obscure nooks and crannies of comedy scenes were stones, none of them are unturned.
None unturned.
We are hitting everything. Shout out Bishop. Shout out Livermore. Get some, dude. We're comics of the people.
Yeah, you get to a level where it's like you're featuring in big cities, and then you try to headline, and they're like, oh, we ain't want you in the big cities.
Right.
We'll see you in Livermore and Bishop.
Yeah, if I headline Boston, people are going, you gave this guy too much time. And the whole weekend?
And then, additionally, we have a Patreon. Patreon.com/Hesby Street. Bonus episode.
Better improv.
I'm so happy that all I said was feet pics.
I know.
Because, thank God.
Yeah, crypto advice. It's all on the Patreon.
Crypto advice. And, God, so we don't need this mustard at all today.
Nope.
Okay. I'll put that away.
Put it back in the humidor.
That's it, dude. Let's go. So we have, you were talking about the 49ers game you're going to?
49ers, I'm
First
so excited.
the Rams, week 2.
Yeah.
Because week 1 just ended.
That's the 17th,
and
this Sunday.
Friend of the pod, who we haven't had since last season, John Gruden.
John Gruden.
And we can't wait to see his thoughts on week 1. So much happened.
Yeah.
So many upsets.
Well, I'm fired up, but I'm going to tell you what, has nothing to do with football.
You didn't watch this week?
No, I'm not. I'm not into it anymore. It just doesn't do it for me. It has nothing to do with my past transgressions.
You gave up football?
That's right. I'm fired up just about other hobbies, really.
I am I'm speechless.
Never was quite that much of a football guy.
You, John Gruden.
Yeah.
Who we've talked to so many times about how fired up you are about the gridiron. You loved the gridiron. You loved your dog, the dog inside of players that you like.
You'll say a lot of things to keep the job you want, to keep your employers fired up about having you as an employee.
So you're saying you, John Gruden, present day,
yes,
no longer a football fan.
And let me tell you, I love it, man.
You feel free?
Not being in football, I get to do the things that I enjoy.
Such as?
You know, I've been getting into crocheting. Seriously.
Competitively?
Not a joke. You know, I'm just doing it for fun, for the craft. There's something about grabbing that little needle thing, finding a hole, driving that needle right through the hole, hooking the little thread.
Got it.
Pulling guard.
So you pull the guard when you crochet?
I get the needle hooked through.
Because I'll be honest, I understood the drive through the hole.
Yeah.
Which is also, I don't know if you remember, because it's been so long, also something you do in football. Same with hooking.
Oh, God, I never thought about
And
that.
I knew in football that you pull a guard. I didn't know you did that in crocheting. I guess I have a lot.
Yeah, I never thought about that.
Yeah.
It's just a pure love of crocheting.
Okay.
Just hearing the roar of the crowd. And by
Right.
crowd, I mean other women in my group. We all sit around.
Who would you say is your favorite crocheting team?
It's an individual sport.
Oh, it is? Okay.
It truly, unless you got someone helping you at the other end of that scarf.
Right.
Which I'm just not there yet. I haven't found a program.
You don't have crochet friends yet.
I haven't left the booth yet for to step out on the field. But man, I just love getting out there with the gals. You know, you coordinate, right?
Of course. Offensively.
Yep. And then it's just
Defensively.
You got to protect
You got to pull guard.
the integrity of the scarf or mitten or whatever
Of
you're
course.
making.
Yeah.
You got to know when to pull that guard. You got to know when to hook and ladder. You keep it lateral.
Oh, sometimes you do some like kind of trick plays on the scarf you're crocheting.
I will do a trick once in a while.
a little Statue of Liberty every once in a while.
Well, you see, I set up this. I go on these nice little runs, and I set up that run game, but it's really just to open it up to pass a thread.
The pass option.
So now I got the pass going. That's
Right.
right. So you got the run and the pass, and then it becomes an option.
And then who would you say, I know I asked this once again, I'm just going to ask it again. Who would you say is your favorite crochet team?
My favorite crochet team.
Uh-huh.
I love the. I don't even know if you'd appreciate this.
Uh-huh.
It's so obscure. But I would say the, Manchester, Pennsylvania, ladies 70 and up
Oh, wow.
right now. 4-H.
Good, I've heard about them.
Yeah.
I've read.
That chapter, they're
And they got over their whole controversy thing.
they did. Yeah.
Okay, good.
You know what's great? They don't even know how to use emails. So they really, nothing's documented. There's no mistaken sends. That goddamn send button.
That send button.
And that's why I like to get away from electricity. I put my phone away.
And just
And
needle
I
up a storm.
I sit at the edge of the porch, and I just carve up a nice piece of yarn.
Got it.
Right now I'm focused on silver and black.
Yeah, because your favorite crochet team is...
The Raiders?
There we go.
Is that what
I knew I could get
you
you
were
eventually.
reaching for?
I know you're a football fan. I know that this is just you're
I
you're
never-
covering it up.
God, you got me. I never even realized there's a Raiders football team. too.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah,
And their color, I forget. Silver and black.
What are you
as
wearing
well.
right now?
This is more of a grayish. I don't like football very much. Not as much of a social sport as you'd like to see, And things about the women you work with, they come from a similar background.
Interesting. I feel like we're kind of
Simpler
falling back
time.
into your email.
How do you mean?
Well,
I'm
I'm
just saying they come from a simpler time.
they come from a simpler time in similar backgrounds, as you said.
Well,
And I'm just saying, John,
hey,
you've been canceled from so much. Don't get canceled from crochet.
look, nothing wrong with enjoying the fact that gas was a nickel.
Gas was a nickel, and then stop there.
That's
Say
right.
nothing else
That's
about the
right.
simpler
because
times.
Obama hadn't stepped in
Oh,
office
here we
yet.
go. All right, John. Well, hey, if you don't have any football to talk about, I guess we can just say, hey, glad that you found a new profession. I don't even know if this is a profession, a hobby.
I'm not making money yet, unless you'd like to buy a fuzzy headset.
I would
You cannot
love
plug
to
it in.
buy that fuzzy headset.
Well, you could wear it. You can look in the mirror, and when you find out that the buffet, when you look at your calendar and it's meatloaf night down at the old folks' home,
Yeah.
boof, you're fired up.
You're
man.
fired up, and that's when you drive through the hole?
I drive through that hole.
Yeah.
Yeah, I find the line. I cut. I cut block those
Yeah.
ladies in
you
line.
have to sometimes.
And
Because they'll just be there all day.
Well, they'll never grab the right amount
when
of
you
meatloaf.
when you hit that 3-hour buffet rush hour,
That's right.
you got to pull guard.
That's right. That's absolutely
Yeah.
right. Anyway, thanks for having me on the podcast.
Hey, thanks for
Huge
stopping
fan.
by. Hey, stop by around maybe mid-season. We'll do a mid-season recap.
I'd love to catch up with you. All right,
All
you
right.
guys take care.
All right, bye, John.
Goodbye. Oof. What a weirdo.
He has fallen on some. That's denial.
And I feel like he hasn't learned anything.
He has not learned a thing.
That's the most important thing. You
I
got
don't
to see
even,
if
and also, I don't think he's learned a thing about crochet.
he's very rigid
Yeah.
with his terminology of crocheting. I don't know if any of that's real.
Yeah.
I don't know enough about crocheting.
That was clear too.
Yeah, right. I don't know if I was able to reveal that or conceal it.
Oh, I was happy we could bring back Gruden voice,
That was
man.
fun. That was fun, man.
And football season.
Football.
Fun.
We're not a sports podcast.
We're not a sports podcast, so we got to pivot into
What's
something
your
else.
favorite movie?
Probably Field of Dreams. No, Major League. Bull Durham. Draft Day.
Wow, draft day.
Couldn't think of a football one. Any given Sunday.
Sports. You were going sports.
I was
movies?
just yelling sports movies.
But genuinely, do you have a favorite movie?
A favorite movie of all time?
Of
is
all time.
Definitely Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid.
Yeah, you're a huge Robert Redford guy.
Paul
No,
Newman.
Paul Newman. That's
Paul
right.
Newman guy.
I gotta rewatch that. It's
I
that
also-
good.
It's that good. I also love Dumb and Dumber. I know it doesn't hold up necessarily,
Yeah.
but that movie, and then the movie that certainly doesn't hold up, but that I loved growing up and I could watch any day of the week, hour. Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves with Kevin Costner and
Morgan Freeman as the Moor.
Yeah,
as the North African.
that's right.
Yeah.
What's your favorite film?
That was a favorite of my childhood.
Yes, but if you want to go, and I feel like when people ask me favorites, I have to go at least to high school and below, time wise.
Yeah.
Because
I hear you.
I think about there's so many great movies
Now, yeah.
and probably better written. It's like LeBron James is probably better than Michael Jordan if you go prime to prime because things get better.
Right.
But that doesn't mean Michael Jordan because you're competing against eras. Michael Jordan is better.
It's unfair to say he's worse than LeBron.
He's not
Yeah.
because he dominated more than LeBron dominated.
Right. But you're back to sports now, which we want to get away
sorry.
from.
Yeah, anyway, so before people are like, yeah, like those movies aren't even
Top 10.
they're not even done right
Yeah.
compared to like, well, who am I supposed to do? Throw out a Terrence Malick movie or something like artsy?
Right. The
Those
artist.
Those are the movies I could watch over and over
Yeah.
again, and that's what matters to me. And they're all kind of buddy movies too, which I love.
I love a good buddy comedy. I would say comedy-wise, like Tommy Boy, probably
Tommy
one of the most
Boy.
influential.
Absolutely.
I would say Gladiator.
Really?
Yeah, it was just so, and I think it is like high school when I saw
Yeah.
it. It was so gut-wrenching in the beginning, and that redemption.
Yeah.
I was talking about it with Elizabeth the other night, and she was like, "It's a little too sad to be my favorite because I like a nice like leisurely watch."
Yeah.
I feel like Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid you can watch leisurely.
Yeah, especially like Butch Cassidy and Sundance. I'll watch because it's a long movie. I'll watch just the first half and
Yeah.
stop
Yeah,
because like it has this weird cutoff point when they go south and like
yeah. The Godfather I feel like is played out as an answer, but I think it's so good.
It is
I just
great.
feel like I would never say it because I'm like, I don't want to be that guy.
right. It's a great movie. I wouldn't hate you for that.
Yeah, I grew up on like my dad would always watch mobster movies.
Yeah.
So like as
Goodfellas,
a kid, yeah,
Casino.
Goodfellas and Casino were huge
Yeah.
for us.
Those are fun.
I loved A Bronx Tale for a love story.
I never saw it.
You got to go into different categories, but I had read about A Bronx Tale and Chaz Palminteri. You know that actor?
Yeah, he plays.
He was in those
Pussy
Vanilla
Lips,
Coke ads.
doesn't he? Or Pussy in Sopranos? Isn't that him?
He's in Sopranos, but I can't
It
remember.
wasn't the.
I can't
Oh,
re-
then I'm not thinking of the right guy.
I think he was in Sopranos. He's a
The
mobster.
guy they kill.
I can't
On the
remember.
boat?
No.
That's not him?
No, Chaz Palminteri was in. I don't know, man. He had a big Vanilla Coke ad back in the day where he's like a mobster. He's like, yeah, Vanilla Coke, it's good for you.
Huh.
But I had read the story of A Bronx Tale. He plays a mobster. There's a kid. It's about this kid growing
Right.
up, and his dad.
Robert
is
De Niro's the dad, right?
Robert
Who's
De Niro's
not
the
in the
dad
mob.
who has like a basic bus driver
Yeah,
job.
right.
So this movie was a one-man show that Chaz Palminteri wrote about his own life and
Interesting.
performed in New York. And Robert De Niro came and was like, "This was probably the greatest one-man show I've ever seen. This needs to be a movie."
Right.
And they worked together on developing it. And Chaz, God, I feel bad. Whatever his name, Palminteri.
Yeah.
He actually
It's
played.
Chaz.
It is Chaz.
I'm pretty sure.
Chris DiStefano had a sitcom and got Chaz Palminteri to play his dad.
Nice.
And I don't think it ever got greenlit. But Chaz Palminteri had offers for up to $1 million before De Niro or around that time from different production companies and things and distributors.
Yeah.
but they didn't want to give him the credit for writing it, and they didn't want to let him play the mobster. And he wanted to play the mobster, and he wanted credit for writing it. Upwards of $1 million. You write a one-man show, Torio Van Grol. If it were me, I'd have a real hard time saying no. I would want to say no because I'm like, let me be in my fucking thing. It's a hit, and I made it.
Yeah.
But you don't know if other offers are coming.
You don't know. But you know, especially like, are you asking me?
I'm asking. I mean, I'm just to discuss it. It takes real balls.
It takes real balls, but it's not like you went in and pitched this. You've seen it succeed. You know what I mean?
They're coming to you.
Yeah, they're coming to you. You've been on stage, and then and I'm sure it wasn't an easy decision, but I bet there's people in your corner, because at this point you're repped.
Yeah.
That are like, don't do this. We can do better. Or people in your corner that are saying the opposite. Take this. I want 10% of that $1 million.
Yeah. I feel like if you're selling out in New York,
that's what it is.
If Robert De Niro's coming to see your show, you probably feel like you have a little bit of leverage.
Yeah, totally.
But
ballsy that he did that.
It's so cool. And I think it grossed like 17 million or something like that.
Right. Probably more, but it was also
since then. Yeah.
It was on TV all the time.
All the time.
So I bet he made double that.
Yeah. Great movie. Great movie.
Yeah, I've seen parts of it.
Yeah,
I never
it was
finished
on TV.
it. Yeah.
And the kid is him. Is his life story.
Interesting.
Loosely, but he remembers seeing a mobster kill a guy, and that's kind of like in the beginning of it.
It's not like a...
And the mobster took him under his wing.
Right.
So he wanted to be the mobster, but his dad's like...
Because he didn't snitch.
Yeah. And just kind of like probably saw himself in that kid.
Yeah.
And then looked at his dad as like a loser. And the dad's like, the mobster's a loser. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a real man.
Right.
And then on top of that, he falls in love with a black girl. And then like it's almost like a Romeo and Juliet situation. Right. Very, very good movie. Great music. I really liked that movie. That would be up there for me. But man, a one-man show. W. Kamau Bell, when I started doing open mics, would teach a class on like for local comics how to write a one-man show. And I'm like, I never want to do that. But sometimes I'm like, I kind of feel like my stand-up leads towards that with like stories and accents.
Yeah.
But,
it's totally a different art form.
Yeah.
And
I don't even see myself drawing. You know what I mean?
Even the funniest one-man show would never be as good as stand-up because you can't just be funny.
Yeah.
You have to
tell a story.
You have to tell a story. You have to have a point.
Yeah.
A message.
Yeah.
A theme.
Yeah.
Conflict. And
stand-up, you get to just goof off.
You can do. Yeah. There doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be real.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's
stand-up doesn't have to be
real.
There's
a comic we both know, and he just moved to L.A. And I met up with him for lunch. I won't say his name. He's very nice.
That's an insult in stand-up if you say he's very nice.
No, he's funny on stage too. But he was like, we met up, and then he said, I'm just working on these like 3 different one-man shows. I thought it was a bit. The idea of having 3 one-man
I'm on
move to
one-man
LA.
Show number 3.
I'm already doing my 3rd one-man show, and I'm just like, okay. And then I let it go, and then he kept bringing up these one-man shows.
Yeah.
And I think he was like baiting me to ask what they were about, but I couldn't. I was just like,
don't make me.
Oh, I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
So I'm now Torio right now. Me right now. I still don't know if it was. I don't know what's going on with these one-man shows.
Right. It sounds.
But the concept of working on a one-man show when you still haven't released your first one-man show is a hilarious idea to me. Just the guy that's got all these one-man shows.
Well, also, like, I mean, you're more confident in your opinions on people. So you're like, you're crazy. Mm-hmm. I would be the guy that's like, this guy's either the next big thing,
right,
or he's an insane person that the cafe we're in is going to be like, sir, we already told you can't come back here.
He could be either of us.
I know, and you don't know. It's like me being like, yeah, I'm directing my 3rd film. I haven't. The other 2 were absolute shit.
Well,
and I don't want to talk about them. But this one, pussy all over my face.
Not a porn.
Working.
I do worry about because I haven't been in LA
it's a
that
horror
long.
Movie.
I've been in LA 3.5 years, and that was some of that COVID.
Yeah.
I worry that like because I write people off.
You do.
And some of those people are going to make it.
Oh, yeah.
And then they're going to be like, and not that I'm shitty to people.
You also informally write them off.
But I definitely didn't nurture those relationships like I could have. And I'm going to be like, that guy should have been nice. But I
should have been nice.
Should have been nice to that guy. But also, I think about, because people say that.
Yeah.
People will be like, hey, make sure you're nice to everyone at the store. You never know what will happen.
Yeah.
And I think it's good to be nice to everybody that's nice to you.
Yeah.
You know, because that's just being a human being.
Yeah.
But I don't really, and maybe I'm going to be proven wrong in the future, but people that aren't nice to, I don't like their energy, I'm not going to be nice to them only because.
Out of fear.
I think maybe someday they're going to be famous. And then what?
Right.
What are they going to do?
They can't.
Invite me to their premiere?
Yeah.
They're not going to fucking book
hire
me.
you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going to stay as is.
Yeah.
I've always said that with comedy. Like, the cool thing about being a comedian is you get to be yourself.
Yeah.
And I'm fucking weird. I'm so neurotic.
Yeah.
Borderline crazy. Probably have ADD.
The scariest part about it is you're right a lot of the time. So then you're like, this isn't neurosis.
I was talking
I'm right.
I was talking to someone about that today, where like, I was like, it seems like I have a good judge of character.
Yeah.
And it always takes other people longer to find out. And then it's sort of, and then I have this guilt where I'm like, did I steer those people that way?
No.
I don't think so. They came to that conclusion on their own.
You're a mirror, dude. You're
Yeah.
a mirror. You're like, hey, you don't like what you see? Change what you are, man. There's a it's a funny dance because you can't be too cocky, which I've learned because I moved down here before you, like a couple years before, a year and a half. And
At least 2, I think.
I moved end of 2018.
I was beginning of 2020. Oh, yeah. So not
year
that
and a
long.
half. And I came you know, I came in hot because you got to be something. You got to have some steam. I wish I could go back. I wish I could not introduce myself to comics as Zacky Callbacks. I always tell people, I meet people at an open mic and they'd go, where are you from? And I go, you never seen the Kings of Callbacks? And they go, no.
Callbacks.
And then I go, what about the Kings of Callbacks too? Calling back again.
Star 69. It's me, Zacky Callbacks.
Zacky Callbacks.
You didn't see the spin-off movie?
Yeah, you should have been there.
Zacky Callbacks. That's a new one I'm working on.
Yeah, the disclaimer at the bottom says, please watch the first 3 to understand any of what's happening right now. This is a callback.
Yeah. And it's nice to see, because I remember you when you left San Francisco and you burned all those bridges.
Yeah.
It's nice to see you humbled now.
Right.
You're so kind.
Yeah.
But you had to do that. You had to go through just those years of just being relentlessly rude.
And what I tell people is that my biggest curse in my career, I started so hot. I was a huge deal right away.
Right away.
Like
I remember that
time doing stand-up.
That second time, and that's when who saw you?
It was Ralphie Woof Woof Emerson.
And he brought you on the road.
That's right. And he took me. We did L.A.
And the whole crowd would go, woof, woof.
Yeah.
Woof, woof.
Yeah, they would go woof, woof.
Yeah.
And I go, guys, I haven't even asked for this. You know?
But that's just because they wanted Ralphie to come out.
Ralphie Woof
Which
Woof.
you could not understand.
No, and so I would stretch. I'd wait for them to stop woof woofing, but they would keep woof woofing because they wanted Ralphie.
They were tired of hearing
Anyway, so the delusion that I attained through that just white hot start.
And how did you get out of that?
I had to fall on my face.
Yeah, you're the lowest of lows.
I mean, you're talking about rock bottom. Mm-hmm. I'm like, hold on. I think there's something down there. And I would crack that rock open.
Liquid magma of the earth.
I was in it. Dude, I cannot wait to teach a course for up-and-coming comics. And it's just the first 40 minutes is a bummer. And people start going, please tell me it turned around. I don't know who you are. I need to know you found a steady income at some point. And I go, well, you can just get up and leave.
Do you, I was thinking about, like...
miss being in the Kings of Callbacks?
Yeah, do you miss it?
It was a fun run. We toured. The girls. That was what inspired me to write Pussy All Over My Face.
There were none.
My third movie that I hope to God I get right. Because 1 and 2, you don't work with scam artists.
Yeah, they left the wrong stuff on the editing floor, and they allowed the right stuff on the screen. Because you were like, listen, don't judge me by my mistakes. That was your quote.
That was it.
And then they put
all the red carpet.
And then they put all of your mistakes on the screen, and your brilliance still lies on that cutting room floor.
I know,
somewhere.
and you got to make mistakes, but then this industry doesn't let you make mistakes.
That's true.
So you don't apologize. So I fuck up all the time.
Yeah.
And they go, "Did you mean to do that set?" And I go, "That was perfect for me."
And for you. It's perfect for everyone.
You don't get to say. That was perfect for you. I think over the years I'm going to get more and more mad at the audience. Oh, you forgot what funny was. Shame where society is.
Oh, boy. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I'm really happy you turned it around.
I've held on to this for too long, and I cannot hold it in anymore. Torio, I need to tell you this. And how far into this episode are we?
We got to end it on a banger.
Okay. Well, I thought I could make it to the end, and I can't.
Okay.
I've been going to the gym, and I'm reading a book.
You go to the gym, read the book while you're there?
No, those are just two things happening in my life. I was going to pop a blood vessel if I couldn't talk about it.
You're going to the gym and you've been reading a book.
I've been reading
and you need to tell the world. Scream it from a mountaintop.
Yeah, I hope it stops next month so I can go back to being an enjoyable person.
Me too, man. It's been exhausting. You're still talking about the gym.
I know.
Is this book still the sailing book?
No.
Thank God you finished that book.
Cowboys and Indians book. But it's for grown-ups.
Which is probably
There's only the little middle part with pictures.
Okay, just in the middle.
That's it.
That's it.
And it's like 5 pages.
And I look at those first.
I cut right to it. Sometimes I just space out and I'm like, let me get to those pictures. And I go, I don't even know who these guys are yet. I can't wait to find out about you.
You think that's probably Littlefoot?
I go, you're going to be important. There's like 4 of you on this page. You're probably the main character. And then, guess who I saw at the gym?
Who? Another gym sighting.
Controversial one.
Ooh, Andrew Tate.
Not as controversial. Actually,
Kevin
close.
Spacey.
No, nowhere near as controversial as
Okay.
that. But
up there,
sex
controversial.
stuff.
Oh, Danny Masterson, right before he went to jail.
He's like prison workouts.
Sex stuff. Aziz Ansari.
No, worse than that.
Worse? Oh yeah, it has to be. That was like the weakest one.
Yeah, that was the weakest one.
You want me to keep guessing? Is this
feel like
fun
you
for the
should
podcast?
guess it.
A comedian?
The people at home are just screaming and punching the steering wheel.
Louis C.K.
Because by the people at home, our listeners live in their cars.
They live in their cars.
Yeah, they're punching the
that's our
steering wheel
demographic.
at home. Or they're playing their game because they're kids and their mom left the podcast up.
Yeah.
And they're just like this. Army Hammer!
It was Army Hammer?
It was Army Hammer.
Interesting.
Yeah, we made because I was like, you kind of walk by someone, you're like, holy shit, you're fucking Army. And he looked at me like, fuck, this guy's going to spit in my face or something.
Is he tall?
He is a little tall, yeah.
And he's probably pretty ripped.
He had like a baggy t-shirt on, but yeah, he looked great.
Yeah.
Buzzed head. Looks, kind of like,
interesting.
I feel like he looked like he was trying to shake Scandal.
Do you think he's going to get work?
I remember there was a viral clip of him like working at a timeshare place in the Caribbean.
Yeah, but they probably
Could be
paid.
studying for a character.
They probably paid him well.
Probably.
Yeah.
Could be preparing for a role.
I don't know if he's going to get roles, man.
And what was it? He just wrote weird dirty talk, I think. Like, I want to drink your blood and I want to eat your flesh.
Yeah, but I think he also maybe made some people do some stuff.
Oh.
Maybe they felt uncomfortable about it. I don't know.
If it's just I want to eat your flesh and I want to drink your blood, like, we do that for the patrons.
Yeah, but they'd make us do that to each other.
Right.
Yeah.
But, like, we do it for them. So I feel like it's not the worst thing in the world.
It's pretty bad.
You don't like it?
I don't care for it at all.
You've never told me.
Most of the time I pass out, and then I just have to, and then I try to watch the video back.
And it's just
'cause
me
I'm
on the
editing
live
it.
being
I don't know
like,
why you
guys, we got to get it
I
to
don't know
something
why
lighter. Torio's asleep again.
I don't know why you make me edit those videos. I just keep passing out. It's
I
like a
know.
never-ending thing.
Well, the worst is when we're on the live.
I have to wear a helmet.
Yeah. And then I go, oh, Torio, someone's saying something to you here in the chat. And you look, and then you cover your ears.
And I
you
go,
go, I need to lie down.
no.
And I go, see what you guys are doing when you chat like that? I feel like next live we do, we need all our listeners to just chime in and try to say things that are going to make you pass.
No, I don't. I'm not doing that.
I like that. I think that's fun.
All right.
And dog, that could be the new, like, hope thing. It's just like, They're like, oh, is this one where he's sleeping? They're like, no, it actually started with him awake.
All right. I mean, hey, if we get more patrons, it's all worth it.
And then you like kind of come to.
Oh, God damn it. We still haven't done. God damn it. I'm sorry, John X. We still haven't done his Bojangles Pimp Out, which I guess I shouldn't be bringing up on the real podcast either. So much of this is just talking about Patreon.
We owe John X so bad. That I'm going to put it on my feed. Torio's going to lick it off. And that's a Hesby Street guarantee.
Whoa.
That's a Hesby Street
Put it on my foot. We're flipping for it.
You wish, you perv. I'm doing work here. You think I'm enjoying this? I got you, John X.
All right, well, that's it for the free stuff. We'll see you over on the...
You know, it's a weird one. Jesus was always washing feet.
Yeah, he was always washing feet. Put
You're
that
just
together.
sitting there and he's like, I got you too. And you're like, I mean, thanks, son of God, but like, kind of got everyone in this whole town.
Why are you making eye contact with me while you do it? Shouldn't you be looking at the feet?
Yeah. I mean, if you want to wash my hands are really dirty.
Yeah, because I've been working.
No, that's just for feet?
It's just for feet.
Okay, because I'm going to walk home. So they're going to be dirty
dusty all the time.
All right. You guys are all staying in the room when he does this, right?
Why do you always take that guy to the back to wash his feet?
Yeah.
What goes on back there? Don't tell me. I don't. Sorry.
Thank you. Oh, and you with a little kiss. Okay, thank you. Oh, they're hanging on. You got me pretty good there. Yep. Just smells like it. Yeah, that's the smell.
No, you're not. No,
Big
son.
old whiff, huh?
Son, you can't go to that church. You'll find a different church.
Big long whiff. All right. Yeah, I kind of want to crucify this guy. It's a silent ballot, right? The votes are anonymous. Thank you. Oh my God, great job. You got it all.
And he's just, when they're voting, he's just like, I washed your feet. I know, man, and thanks, but like, nah.
Don't they wash his feet on like one of the stations of the cross? And he's kind of like, okay, well, I guess he should get one. See how you like it.
What an ending. Not where I thought we'd end.
JC, feet God.
Oh, God.